Hey guys, what's going on? As you can see, we are inside today. I don't particularly like this setup with the sheet but I ended up going with it. It's easy. It's much better than seeing all the stuff behind me, the couch and whatnot. So before we jump into the Q&A, I wanted to share something with you guys. My brother and I have always wanted to kind of work on something together, do something kind of as a team, and we just haven't really been able to do it until recently. We just made something and I want to show it to you guys, which is this pin. This is a kendama lapel pin, and this little guy we just made and got some ordered, and they came out really good. They're really fun. There are other lapel pins out there. There have been other lapel pins that have been made in the past. I know Spike Hard Catch Loads had some pins, and they still have some pins, but we thought we would do our own little take on it because there's not a lot of options. There's not a lot of pins out there right now, and just kind of see if there's any interest. We decided to go for the first pin with just a really classic with the red Tama, and yeah. And again, if there's interest, if people like these, then you know, maybe we will make some more, make some different colors, make some different designs. To kick these off, we just made, you know, a small batch to start with, but we are going to give a couple of them away because we're excited. They turned out really good. I'm going to give one away out on this channel. So if you want to enter to win one of these, all you have to do is subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, like the channel, and just leave a comment below. It doesn't have, you can leave whatever comment you want. You can be like, yo, I want a pin, or just anything, and you'll be entered to win one of these guys. And they are going to be up for sale. We got some cool packaging and everything on our Etsy website, lobros.etsy.com. So if you want to buy one, they're also going to be available there as well. And then stick around to the end of this video and I'll tell you another way you can enter to win another one of these guys. We're really excited how these turned out. We're just going to test the waters and see if there's any interest out there, and if there is, we'll make some more. So I'm going to put this one on. The cool thing about these pins, you can put it on your shirt or your actual lapel or your backpack, or people put them on a wall. There's a lot of different ways you can display your love for kendama, and so we thought people might like that. So also coming up for Christmas, might be a cool Christmas present for somebody else that you know that's into kendama. Moving along to the Q&A. Again, thank you guys. We have hit 500 subscribers. We hit 500 subscribers about, I believe it was the same day or within, you know, 8 hours of me posting my last video saying, hey, let's do a Q&A. That was really cool, and we're already up to like 540 or something at the time of me recording this. So super exciting for me. I've really been enjoying getting to interact with you guys and to make these videos. So we're gonna do the Q&A. I believe I grabbed all of the questions from Instagram and from YouTube. Most of them were on YouTube, and I'm just gonna go down the list, not in any particular order, but I will hit every question, and there were a couple of repeats, so we'll just cross that bridge when we come to it. First question: what's your favorite kendama player? If you could have any dama for free, what would it be? So my favorite kendama player, I knew this was going to be asked, but I'm not good at favorites. I'm not generally one of these people that has a favorite this or favorite that. When it comes to favorite kendama player, I think depending on the context, I have different favorites for different categories. So favorite like person to watch do freestyle kendama would be like someone like Bonds. Favorite kendama player who has maybe influenced kendama and done cool stuff and innovated, move along the community would be, you know, people like Matt Rice and Jake Weens and Alex Smith and Matt Sweets and guys like that. You know, some of the new up and coming kendama players, some of the young guys on like Kendama USA and Soul Kendamas and some of those guys. I think those guys are doing great stuff too. So I don't really have one favorite. Sorry, I know that's kind of a cop-out answer. If I could have one kendama for free. If I could have one kendama for free, it would probably be like a one-off kendama, not like a GT or a Muso or something, but like maybe like a hand-turned Terra or like a hand-turned one from Japan or something like that. If I could have any one kendama for free, it'd be something special and unique. How did you learn whirlwinds in 2 months? I'm at 2 months and can't do them. I learned whirlwinds at 2 months because I really wanted to learn them at 2 months. When I first learned about and saw whirlwinds, I knew that that was a trick that was intriguing, it looked amazing, and I wanted to learn how to do it quickly. So I spent a lot of time early on learning to do earth turns, tried earth turns a lot, and then Ken flips. And I just worked on earth turns and Ken flips separately a lot so that I was really comfortable with them, and then I tried to put them two together. Honestly, with whirlwinds, the biggest issue is all up here. It's all mental. Even though I learned whirlwinds at 2 months, I still struggle getting them consistently, and sometimes my brain just doesn't like putting the two together. I can do earth turn super, relatively easy consistently. Ken flips, no big deal. But you put the two together and it's really tough. So you really have to separate them in your mind and kind of trick yourself into doing the earth turn and then the Ken flip. At least for me, that's kind of what I feel like I have to do. So you just got to practice and really break it down. Look at a lot of videos, watch other people do how they do it. See if you can follow their motion. And one thing that helped me too is kind of earth turning or whirlwinding up. When I do a whirlwind and I end up like leaning or going downward, it's harder. But when you whirlwind and you kind of do everything in an upward motion, that tends to help me at least, if that makes sense. Next question. What is your favorite kendama right now? My favorite kendama right now, again, it's a good question and I'm not great with favorites. My favorite kendama to play, right? I guess favorite kendama depends on favorite in what way. So my favorite kendama to play is probably Slay Dog, just because I can hit the most tricks on it the most easily. My other maybe favorite kendama right now would be my original Green Ozora. And then the third contender for favorite kendama would be Soul Vibes Strawberry Milk, because I won this in a contest and that was really cool. And my wife really likes this one too. So one of those three is my favorite kendama right now. Next question. I was wondering, if a kendama company sponsored you and you were bringing out a pro model, what would it look like? That's a good question. I guess probably something really unique and different. I don't know if you've seen the Terra Pro models. Those things are amazing. They're so unique the way that they're a little bit bigger. They're special. And so if I had a Pro kendama come out, I think it'd be kind of cool to have it be really something different and unique. On the other hand, I can understand having a Pro model that's a little more affordable and just that anyone can grab. Yeah, I probably would lean more towards something like those Terras. They're just amazing. All right, next question. Who's your favorite kendama player and why? Again, I answered it before. Depends on in what context you're asking. How much do you play kendama a day? Will you please sub to my channel? I did sub to your channel. How much do I play a day? Probably between 30 minutes to an hour every day. Sometimes less, sometimes not that much. I generally play during my lunch breaks. That's where I often film my videos. The reason I'm filming inside is because, I go to work when it's dark, and then when I get home it's dark, because I'm up in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, and I don't have any time to film and I don't have any time to play. So I just play during my lunch breaks. I play some more at home sometimes, but not a ton. So probably between 30 minutes to an hour every day. Next question. If you could go to any event, which would you choose? It would either be, if it was just one event, it would either be KWC or MKO. MKO because it's all the US players, the biggest event here in the United States, and the most opportunity to see the most people. KWC because it's in Japan. I've always wanted to go to Japan, so it's hard. Probably KWC edges out MKO by just a little bit, but MK is probably more reasonable and probably more something that could actually happen. Next question. What is your favorite kendama brand? I don't have a favorite kendama brand. I've been really enjoying exploring lots of different brands. I can tell you there are brands that I don't like. Some of the bigger, I won't really name. I mean, I can say Toy Smith. Guys like that aren't really into kendama, but almost all the other brands, they really care about kendama and they care about the players. And maybe I'll come to have a favorite brand later on, but right now I don't have a favorite brand. Next question. Will you ever make an edit? And who are your favorite players? Who are your favorite players? Again, I've kind of answered that. Will I ever make an edit? I want to, hopefully, but it won't be for a while probably. I'd rather wait and make something that I'm really proud of and that I find to be unique to myself. I feel like I'm still learning too much to be able to make a decent edit right now. So yeah, I'll probably wait and do an edit later on. If you could have any kendama, what would it be? If I could have any kendama, again, I'd probably want like a hand-turned kendama, like a Terra kendama. Something that is unique and made, that's one of a kind. That would be amazing. This is totally random, but if you could snap your fingers and instantly master any Olympic sport, which would you choose? Any Olympic sport, probably judo. I played kendo in college and really liked it. Yeah, judo. There's a lot of cool Olympic sports, like there's a lot of really interesting stuff besides the normal things that we all watch and know. But probably judo. Yeah, judo. If you could be a pro for any company, which one would it be? I don't know. I don't know if I would want to be a pro, honestly. Like, I feel like being a pro is really cool. It gives you a lot of freedom and things that you can do, but it also is restrictive in a lot of ways. And so right now, I don't really want to be a pro. If I was to be a pro, I would want to be a pro for a company that, you know, I have a relationship with the people who run the company. You know, I'd want to be a pro for somebody. It'd have to be meaningful. You know what I mean? Not just, hey, here's some kendamas, go rep us, and because you're whatever. You know, I'd want it to be something where there's a little more there. Next question. What state do you live in and what is your job? I live in Washington State. My job currently is a desk job. I won't go into the details, but I do stuff on the computer. I help with some website stuff and some marketing stuff and a bunch of random stuff. But it's a boring desk job right now, at least. I've done a lot of other things. Do I have any other hobbies other than kendama? Yes, I do. I have quite a few hobbies other than kendama. I was wondering if someone was going to ask this question because I didn't know how in depth I wanted to go. Kendama is kind of the most recent hobby that I've had. All my other hobbies have kind of given way for kendama currently. I have a lot of other hobbies that led up to kendama and that I'm not gonna stop doing my other hobbies, and I've actually thought about talking about them a bit on the channel, but I feel like kendama is its own little world, so I'm not sure if I will. But it's something that, you know, if you guys find any of these things interesting or want me to share any of my other hobbies, I will. Some of my hobbies include slingshots, knife throwing, blowgun, yo-yos, juggling stuff, music stuff. I like little music gadgets. I like old 80s music gear like Casios and my Omnichord, melodica, ocarinas, penny whistle. I like to do some music programming with like tracker stuff on the computer. What else is in front of me? I guess the two big ones would be music and skill toy-ish type stuff. Within each of those, within music, there's all kinds of little interests that I have, and then within skill toys and juggling and things, there's all kinds of, and I guess there's like kind of some bushcraft type stuff, you know, like survival stuff. What else? Yeah, if you guys are interested in any of those stuff, then I'll make some more videos maybe. Yeah, I got a lot of other hobbies. Way too many hobbies. What is the biggest impact that kendama has had to you? Also, how do you feel about the current advancements in kendama, and what do you hope for the future of kendama? Okay, a bunch of questions. The biggest impact that kendama has had is just kendama has been a cool vehicle for me to make these videos and to kind of dive into something to be able to dive into something that I enjoy, that I can then share with people. I've had a lot of, like I mentioned in the last question, I've had a lot of hobbies and a lot of things that I've done over the years, but nothing that I've really felt like I can go out and put myself out there and share with other people. And that's something that I've always wanted to do. So kendama has really given me an outlet to share stuff and be creative and do the thing itself, but then also move some other things into it, which primarily for this one has been making these videos. So that's the biggest impact that it's had on me. Kendama itself and what it represents and the kind of the greater principles that surround kendama playing. I'll go into that maybe in another video. I think those are unique too, and I think those shouldn't be overlooked, but I'm not going to go into those right now. How do I feel about the current advancements in kendama? I think it's great. You know, all the advancements make kendama more fun, more playable. You can do more stuff with it, and so I think that's good. And what do you hope for the future of kendama? I hope that kendama continues to get more exposure in a positive way. I hope that the future of kendama allows for more people to play it, more people to enjoy it, and more people to recognize the benefits of it. I don't know what else to compare it to, but to continue to grow in a genuine way, I guess, would be my hope for the future of kendama. Next question: what is your favorite kendama so far? Again, same thing. Probably Slay Dog for playability, my Ozora for just being my first one, and my Strawberry Milk. It may be, though, that I have a kendama coming in the mail, maybe even tomorrow. That may be my favorite kendama when I get it. It's from a company that I haven't had a kendama from yet, so excited about that. Favorite kendama player, we've already gone over this. What program do you use to do your thumbnails? I know this wasn't necessarily a Q&A question, but just so you guys know, I do all of my filming and editing on very limited gear. I use my iPhone, the cheapest GoPro that I could buy at the time, which was a GoPro Session 4, and I edit my movies on iMovie, and I use free software on the computer like PicMonkey and some iPhone apps for my YouTube thumbnails. So it's all about just, you don't need a bunch of fancy gear, hardware, and software to make videos. you need that stuff to make really stylish videos, but my videos are just simple. I just want to get, just get to the point. So I just use the simple tools that I have. What do you do for a living? I work a desk job, do some marketing stuff. What is your favorite kendama you own? Again, probably one of these three. What's your favorite all-time? What is your all-time favorite dama? Like, I'm thinking maybe that question is like maybe a kendama that I don't have. I don't know. I don't have enough kendamas. I don't know enough to have an all-time favorite. If you could meet any kendama pro or player, who would it be? It depends on, again, depends on the context. If it's just to meet meet someone and say hey, and maybe play some kendama together or watch them play, it might be someone like Bonds or Fisher or somebody who just does crazy stuff. But if it was like somebody that I could meet and they, would be up for like hanging out and, talking and maybe let me pick their brain a little bit or whatever, then it might be somebody like Alex Smith, Matt Rice, Matt Sweets, Jake Ween, some of the guys that have been around for a while and have seen kendama grow. I mean, a while is a relative term because, kendama hasn't been a thing in the in North America for that long, but those guys have kind of seen everything that's happened since it's been in North America, and I would be really interested to hear their thoughts on some things, pick their brain. If you could get one kendama, what would it be right now? If I could get one kendama, again, it'd be some special, like a hand-turned Terra or something like that. What is the best thing you've accomplished while playing kendama? I'm going to kind of answer this like I did the last one. The best thing I've accomplished while playing kendama is probably just continuing to get better and to be able to make videos and connect with people in the scene without actually meeting anyone in person. Just through the internet, to be able to kind of connect with folks with kendama has been a great accomplishment, I think. As far as tricks and stuff, I don't know. I learn new tricks every day, all the time, and I do some tricks and then I haven't done them again. So I'm not sure about a trick, for instance. How did you discover kendama even existed? I believe I saw like a Kuma Films video. I think I saw like a pen spinning video. I saw like a pen spinning video. Like I learned to do the basic thumb spin when I was in high school, and I didn't realize that there was anything more you could do than this. I can't really do any of the. I never really learned. I can't do it. I can't really do it. Anyway, I didn't really know there was anything more to pen spinning than just the basic thumb roll. The friend who taught me how to do this could do the forward and reverse, where he could flick it back. Anyway, I think I saw the Kuma Epic Pen spinning video, and then I started digging into the Kuma films, which are amazing. I love all of them. And I saw some yo-yo films, and I saw some yo-yo stuff and some kendama stuff, and I realized that yo-yo was a thing because I used to play yo-yo back in high school, and then my yo-yos got stolen and I just forgot about it. I didn't even realize it had kind of had this big resurgence? I didn't realize yo-yo had become a huge thing again, or had become a huge thing at all. And so I got a couple of yo-yos, and then that led me to kendama, and then eventually I got my kendama, and that's how it happened. Pen spinning to yo-yo to kendama. What is your favorite ken? Again, we've been over this. My question is, did you play sports as a kid? And if so, what did you? If not, what did you do in your free time? So, I did play sports as a kid. I did a lot of different stuff. So I played soccer a lot. I swam on the swim team. In my free time, I rollerbladed a lot. I bladed a lot. And I even got into some aggressive inline. I think I had some K2 fatties. I never was that good at it, and there wasn't a community or other folks that were into it wherever I lived, so I kind of stopped doing it. But I bladed a lot, swam, soccer, music. In high school, I was in the band and did music stuff. But yeah, mostly soccer and rollerblades. That was it. I played some street hockey with. I wish I'd stuck with blading. Again, it was one of those things that I didn't realize until much later that it's still around. I thought it died off because all of my friends skateboarded, and I didn't do that. I didn't like that. All the skaters thought blades were dumb, so I kind of moved on. How'd you start playing kendama? Can you do a video? Can you do a video to the beginner YouTuber guide to a good dama channel? So how I started playing kendama was, again, like I said, pen spinning led to yo-yos, led to kendama. Can you do a video to the beginner YouTuber guide to a good dama channel? So I'm assuming what you mean is, can I do a video about, or can I talk about like a beginner's guide to make a good YouTube channel? something like that. I'm not sure if I'll make I could make a video on that, but I don't know how much interest there is. And the thing about making a good Dama channel, making a good kendama channel, is it's kind of, I think you have to take a step back and ask yourself, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, what are you trying to do? Why do you want to make a good channel to begin with? Depending on your answer, then you can attack it. If you're trying to be famous or get sponsored or something like that, then you're gonna make your channel differently than if you're trying to just share or teach or educate, or, you know, it really depends on what you're trying to do. And then once you know what you're trying to do, then it's a matter of, from there, then it's a matter of posting videos a lot. You just gotta post consistently. I posted probably, you know, my first like 30 videos nobody watched at all. And they were pretty bad. I have some really cringy videos, and it's only been the last, you know, dozen or even less, last handful of videos that have kind of caught on a little more. And you gotta make a lot of videos, and you gotta try different stuff. But again, it really depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Big thing is make a lot of videos and be genuine, be real, be sincere with people. I think everybody can read through if you're being fake or you're putting on a show or too much of a show. I mean, you can be an entertainer, I guess. It's gonna be different for everybody. Kendamas do you have? How many do I have? I'm wondering if that's how many do I have? I'm not sure. I have a dozen and a half, maybe 20, something like that. Can you do a Dama collection vid? And okay, can you do a Dama collection vid? Yeah, I'll probably do another collection video, but I probably won't do an everything collection. I'll do like an update on my current jammers like I did a little while back. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'm not sure I'll do a full Dama collection. I don't know, maybe. If everybody wants me to do one, maybe I'll do one. What's your favorite Dama that you own and your favorite Dama ever? Again, favorite Dama that I own, probably, you know, one of these, you know, either Slay Dog or Strawberry Milk or Ozora. Maybe the new one coming in. Favorite Dama ever, again, I'm not sure. I haven't played every kendama, so it's hard to know favorite Dama ever. And you guys, I've only been playing kendama for less than 6 months, so I got a lot to experience still. Okay, I've been playing kendama for almost a year, and I've watched these 1 year kendama edits, and these kids slay. Kind of makes me discouraged because I literally play all the time and take it on vacation, etc. What do you think could be my problem? Not focusing when I practice? Usually I play casually when I walk around and such. I think you kind of answered your own question. Yeah, I mean, I think mental focus is huge. You're not going to improve if you're just kind of absent-mindedly doing something and not dedicating. If you don't have some kind of you don't have to like plan out goals and write things out and have like a super crazy strategy. But you do have to focus when you're practicing if you want to get better. Playing casually while you're walking around is good, but you may not accomplish as much as if you don't really focus during a specific time. The other thing is, kendama, I believe, you know, it's just like anything else. Some people have an innate talent. Some people kind of pick this stuff up naturally, and you're like, what? How can they possibly do that after playing kendama for a week? And other people, they have to work harder at it. In the end, the person who works the hardest is going to be the best. But when you're first starting out, yeah, it can be a struggle when you see people doing crazy stuff and they've been playing way less than you. But yeah, I would say focus and don't worry about comparing yourself to other people. That's honestly the biggest thing. Don't compare yourself to other people. Kendama shouldn't be about being it. Like if you want to do something, go out and do it, but don't compare yourself to somebody else. I understand because I do the same thing. I often see other people and I'm like, man, I wish I could do that. Next question. What made you start in progress with kendama? I've always liked skill toy type stuff. I've always been into juggling and yo-yo and pen spinning and things like that. So that's what made me start. And something about kendama just hits all the right buttons. You know, it's something about it just checks all the boxes for me. It's different than the other skill toys in some way. It makes it special. Yeah, I just have really enjoyed it. When I got my first one, and I got like a yo-yo and a kendama around the same time, and I played with the yo-yo a lot more to begin with because I just didn't get that the kendama didn't stick with me for some reason. The very initial learning curve took me a little bit of time, and then once it clicked, I was like, oh yeah, I really like this. What is your favorite kendama so far? Favorite kendama so far might be maybe the Slay Dog, but that doesn't just because I like the Slay Dog the most so far to play with doesn't mean it will always be my favorite kendama. These things have a lot of hype around them, but they're very playable. But here's the thing, this is not going to be one of a kind for very long. Everyone's going to start making kendamas similar to this in many ways. It doesn't mean it's going to stay my favorite. I like it right now though, a lot. In your opinion, what's the hardest single kendama trick to land? Like just one trick, not crazy combos. For me, or for just people in general? For me, there's too many tricks to think about. For someone in general, probably something like, if it's not a combo, if it's a single trick, probably a single trick would be something that has, you know, multiple flips, you know, something like, you know, quadruple, quintuple, something, 6-spin, you know, lunar flip or a lighthouse flip or something like that. Something that requires a ton of rotations and then catch some kind of, you know, multi-stilt flip. Probably the hardest single trick. And that's the last question. So again, thank you guys for joining me for this question and answer. At this point, it has been, this is probably a really long video. I will be editing it out, but thank you. If you stuck with me this far, thank you so much. If you want a pin, you can buy one. You can subscribe, like, and comment, and maybe win one. And then also you can go check out, we're gonna make a new Instagram account, Lobros, at Lobros_, and we're gonna do a giveaway there as well. So if you want another chance to win a pin, they're really awesome. They came out super good. They came out way better than I expected they would. They're really high quality. They're really nice. $10, only $10. So might be a good Christmas present. And yeah, that's all for the video. That's all I got, and I will catch you guys later. I do have an unboxing coming up in a couple days probably, or a few days after this video, and that I'm super excited about. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.